And welcome to part 2 of the Tuskegee Memorial for Raymond Cassagnol. And we're going to have a short history. The story begins in the Caribbean, and just east of Jamaica and Cuba is the landmass of both Haiti and Dominican Republic. In Haiti, on September 20th, 1920, Raymond Cassagnol was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, which is the capital. He was trained to be a mechanic by his older brothers, and he also met and married Valentine Marie Therese, and together they had 5 children, also 15 grandchildren, and 10 great-grandchildren. Valentine Marie Therese was also the founder for the Girl Scouts, or the Haitian Girl Guides, and each year they celebrate her founding of that organization. On July 1942, a call went out for Haiti to gain 40 pilots for the military. Raymond Cassagnol, being able to speak 4 languages, French, Spanish, Creole, and English, and also a skilled mechanic, was able to answer the call, and he also became a sergeant within 1 year. He would work long hours in his mechanic duties, and when asked by a supervisor, he said basically there was nothing else to do. The opportunity came in February 1943 for 3 of the enlisted men to become pilots. And so they flew in a DC Skytrain from Port-au-Prince and started their journey to the Tuskegee Army Airfield. They included Alex Pasquet, Philip Celestin, and Raymond Cassagnol. They came in through Miami and traveled by bus and train all the way to Jacksonville, Florida, continued on through Georgia, all the way to the Tuskegee Army Airfield. Unfortunately, they faced the violent discrimination and prejudice of Jim Crow throughout these states in the South, southern United States. And because of this prejudice and the violence that he saw, Raymond Cassagnol decided to limit his activities to the training camp where he was based in Alabama. When he arrived at Tuskegee Institute, he saw the spacious campus built by Booker T. Washington, and started living there and also in training there. And also he got his pilot training at the Tuskegee Moton Field. And this was where all the Tuskegee Airmen were trained by the father of Black aviation, Chief Charles Anderson, who taught himself how to fly, and then in turn taught all the Tuskegee Airmen to fly. Later, Raymond Cassagnol learned how to fly military aircraft at Tuskegee Army Airfield. This is where he lived, and his roommate was Daniel Chappie James, who later on would become the first African-American 4-star general in the military. And that was there where Raymond Cassagnol continued to use his mechanic abilities to repair the planes and the transport for the Tuskegee Army Airfield. And then on July 28, 1943, he earned his Silver Wings, becoming the first Haitian Tuskegee Airman, and gained the rank of second lieutenant. And he and the other 2 pilots from Haiti were labeled the triple threat to the Axis by the Negro Press. He returned to Haiti and became the primary instructor for wartime pilot training with the newly formed Air Force, Haitian Air Force. And he was also in charge of transporting the mail. But he also was one of the lead pilots for the aerial patrol missions over the Caribbean. Turns out that the Nazi submarines were patrolling in the Caribbean, and they were bold enough to come on shore on boats, go into stores, get Cuban bread and buttermilk, eat it slowly as they go back to their boats, as if they owned the place. and just boldly showing themselves. However, Raymond Cassagnol and the Tuskegee Airmen in the Haitian Air Force had North American AT-6 Texan planes, and these powerful planes, along with their payload, patrolled the Caribbean and started to quell the threat from the Nazi submarines. Raymond Cassagnol put in over 100 flight hours. He was the most experienced Haitian pilot. Without using radar, he was able to stop the Nazi threat with the submarines. And he later on left the military to go into private industry. He started a banana export industry and also a sawmill construction business. However, when Papa Doc took over as a dictator and started killing some of his opponents, Raymond Cassagnol's business was threatened because 90 acres was taken by the regime. However, Cassagnol took it to court and won, and as a result of that, he became a threat to the Papa Doc regime. And so on October 8th, 1962, he had to flee over the mountains into the Dominican Republic with his family for safety. However, Raymond Cassagnol returned in May 1969 in a B-25 bomber to lead a revolt that was going to come by land and by air. However, the bombs that he had were assembled by inexperienced bomb makers, and so all they did was crush the cement at the palace. He later on became a full citizen in the United States, coming into Mobile, Alabama, and later on moved to Florida, where he started a bakery business on the Orange Blossom Trail. And then he would return to Haiti in 1986, and he did make many trips there. And in the process, he donated 200 acres of his land in Haiti to a charity. On January 20th, 2009, President Barack Obama became the first African-American president for the United States. And in the audience was the Tuskegee Airmen, including Raymond Cassagnol. And the Tuskegee Airmen received the Congressional Medal of Honor, and Raymond Cassagnol received his from Congresswoman Suzanne Cosmos in April 2010. He's a true hero to us all by stopping the Nazi threat in the Gulf, also to fight against the Papa Doc dictatorship in Haiti, and also contributing to charities, both in Haiti and in America. Our true hero. We will now have a greeting by a representative from the Alabama State Legislature, and that's Representative Pebblin Warren.
Good evening. This is State Representative Pebblin Warren, expressing my appreciation for being asked to participate in the great celebration of Second Lieutenant Cassagnol. Even though he's no longer with us, God blessed him to live 102 years. His legacy will live on and on in the history of the United States of America for his service with the Tuskegee Airmen. I would like to express my sincere condolences to the family and ask that you continuously to celebrate the great life he lived with generations after generations. Again, thank you so much and have a very blessed, happy, heavenly birthday celebration.
We'll now have Kristen Noble from South Berwick, Maine, our sister city with Tuskegee, to read a passage in both French and English from Raymond Cassagnol's book.
Hello everyone, this is Kristen Noble coming to you from Tuskegee's sister city of South Berwick, Maine. And I'm sorry I can't be with you to honor the life of Monsieur Raymond Cassagnol in person tonight, but at the request of Guy Trammell, I will read to you a passage from Monsieur Cassagnol's passionate and moving autobiography, Mémoires d'un révolutionnaire, The Memories of a Revolutionary. This book, which was published in 2003, is over 400 pages long and gives a vivid, detailed account of Monsieur Cassagnol's remarkable life fighting for justice and liberation. It shows the strength of his character and his spirit, his sense of humor, his hard work and ingenuity, and above all, his deep dedication to the people and country he loved. In this book, we learn how he used his wits, for example, by calling a bluff during the selection process, to be chosen out of hundreds of people to join the Haiti National Guard, and then seized and created opportunities wherever he could on his way to becoming a Tuskegee Airman. It was hard to choose just one passage to read to you, but I finally settled on the dedication for his book because it shows so clearly what he valued and what drove him. So after first dedicating the book to his wife, his mother, his children, and his other loved ones, he then writes this dedication, which is really a call to all of us to persist in the struggle against dictatorship and repression. Il est également dédié à tous ceux qui sont tombés dans les luttes antidictatoriales, qui ont été torturés et assassinés dans les prisons de Haïti, particulièrement dans le sous-sol du Palais national au Fort Dimanche, au bureau des recherches criminelles ou ailleurs. Ceux qui sont morts asphyxiés dans les malles des voitures et ont offert leur vie en essai de changer notre système criminel de gouvernement. It is also dedicated to all those who fell in the anti-dictatorial struggles or who were tortured and murdered in the prisons of Haiti, particularly in the basement of the National Palace, at Fort Dimanche, at the Criminal Research Office, or elsewhere. Those who suffocated to death in car trunks and offered their lives in trying to change our criminal system of government. Nous ne devons pas non plus oublier nos boat people, morts noyés en essai de fuir l'enfer du Valérien, ceux de Cayo Lobos, ceux de Chrome Detention Center et tant d'autres centres de répression, où nos frères et sœurs ainsi que leurs enfants ont été traités comme des chiens avec une brutalité sans pareille, alors qu'ils étaient sans défense. Les mots ne suffiront jamais pour atténuer le chagrin de leurs parents et amis qui ont souffert en silence, alors que d'autres s'amusent dans les fêtes et flattent les grands du jour pour obtenir des faveurs et garnir leur compte en banque. We must also not forget our boat peoples drowned dead trying to escape the Duvalian hell, those of Cayo Lobos, those of Crow Detention Center, and so many other repression centers, where our brothers and sisters, as well as their children, were treated like dogs with unparalleled brutality while they were defenseless. Words can never enough alleviate the sorrow of their parents and friends who suffered in silence, while others had fun at parties and flattered the greats of the day to obtain favors and save their bank accounts. Que les âmes de tous ceux qui sont morts dans la lutte contre nos différents dictateurs répressifs, civils ou militaires, reposent en paix. May the souls of all those who died in the fight against different repressive dictatorships, civil or military, rest in peace. And Monsieur Cassagnol, I also wish for you to rest in peace. You lived for the thing that you would die for, and we are grateful to you. Thank you for being a wonderful example.